Hi there YouTube, Cage Side London back once again with another video, and we have some semi-breaking news. This is the fact that the UFC has cut 12 fighters, including a former world title challenger. This is some big news and quite surprising news in one case or another. The reason being is because one of the names that have been dropped is actually OSP, who actually just fought not too long ago this past weekend on the UFC 307 card. So following his loss, he was dropped from the UFC. The 12 names in order is Clayton Rodriguez, Over St. Cruz, Cole Williams, Victor Altamirano, Darwin Yun, Kay Krueski, Brianna Fortino, Victoria Leonardo, Daniel Wolf, Jarno Aarons, Ricky Glenn, and Brian Keller. It's noted in Forbes that that OSP just fought this past weekend, and it's quite a shock. His actual record, and he was actually also the former title challenger. So over St. Preux, 41. So he was in his late stages of his career anyway, and currently is if he decides to go elsewhere. Basically got his papers to go from the UFC 2 days after he lost to Ryan Spann on the prelims of UFC 307 on October the 5th. And it just obviously highlights as well that he was the former title challenger, and he actually challenged John Jones for the interim light heavyweight champion title in April 2016 at UFC 197, whereby OSP lost via unanimous decision. And OSP's record was 27-18 and 15 wins, 13 losses in the UFC. I mean, it's not surprising the UFC does do this from occasion to occasion, but 12 fighters in one go is quite a lot. We don't usually see, I believe, that many. That on some cases it has been as many as that, but not on a regular basis. I think this is due to Dana White's Contender series. They keep on signing fighters. It's not it's not obtainable from a business standpoint to just continue to sign fighters. They have to obviously let them go, and it was quite clear that these 12 they felt was nowhere near title contention, or in OSP's case, he's just was obviously at the back end of his career, and just a shadow of his former self. This just goes to show the importance of UFC fighters and that they should have a backup in their career. OSP 41, I don't know what his background is, whether he does a job on the side as well as training, but when you're at that age, and if the UFC was the only thing that he was relying on in terms of a solid income, he's now effectively been made unemployed, which is not good to see. And I've highlighted as well on previous videos and on my live stream that I myself know of people that were in the UFC younger than OSP that they got a few wins, then had a few losses, and then was cut from the UFC and now works a regular job in London. It just goes to show, as I said, you need to have that backup, and it's sad to see, especially when the UFC generates all of this amount of money and a little amount of that goes to the fighters themselves when they show up for these fights. And it's something that I advocate for in terms of them actually, providing that good income for the fighters. And there was, as I've previously noted, potential fighters union, but it never came to fruition back in the day when GSP was looking into it, and I believe a few others. This is exactly the reason why, is because the UFC can just cut you like that. Click of a finger, gone, no income, and that's it. You got to go and find something to do, whether that's go to the PFL, go to ONE FC and fight in Singapore, relocate your life potentially, or just have a regular job. And but to be on to be at the level of these fighters now, they have to train full time, which is the sad thing about it, is that they have to train full time to be at the top of their game. So I think there should be some payout, if anything, for these fighters potentially. I know theoretically they're contractors, but the way that the UFC works is kind of appalling when it comes to fighters and their interest, and their stability, financial stability, long term. So I'll link this article in the description of this video, and you can check it out for yourselves if you want to have a bit more of an in-depth read. But until next time, guys, feel free to give us a thumbs up, comment on your thoughts to do with the UFC and the way that they let these fighters go, and give us your thoughts. But until next time, guys, take it easy. As I said, thumbs up the video and subscribe if you're not subscribed. Until next time, guys, take care. Bye bye.